Flags in the air. We're going racing, folks. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
Boy, big gap opened up by the 24, and the 3 was able to sneak in between him and the 88. But now here comes a big push from the 20 on the outside of Matt Kenseth.
And the 3 is going to get caught in the middle.
No, the 3 and the 24 really jumped out there to a nice little lead and not let the field get a run on them. And right now, I mean, the middle may come in later, but right now it's just not the place to be.
And by that 3 jumping out there, it now opened up that opportunity for all 3 Hendrick teammates to be right there, 1, 2, and 3. So while it didn't start off as a good plan, it's worked.
No, Chase Elliott leads Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Jimmy Johnson around Talladega. Matt?
Mike taking a page from Joe Gibbs Racing's game plan at Daytona. Dale Earnhardt Jr. told Jeff Gordon on the pace laps he wants to work more with his teammates during this event. In fact, he told his spotter, TJ Majors, to position himself on the spotter stand near Eddie DeHunt, the 24 team spotter, to help with that messaging.
Can you hear that spotter for the 24? I can't be. We're going to try to work together today. It might be important to jump each loop. Just tell him don't drag the brake, don't lift. 10-4, I'll go tell him.
I find that fascinating because if we go back to Daytona, it wasn't that long ago. On the opening laps, Dale Jr. was right in this exact same position behind Chase Elliott. They came through the tri-oval and he made a big move, got a big surge of momentum from behind and made that pass on Chase Elliott and took the lead. He wanted to be in control. They saw what JGR did at Daytona and how they dominated this race and won it.
Jamie.
And Chase Elliott leading the field. He's in the same car that sat on the pole for the last 5 restrictor plate races. Now remember, he was caught up early in that wreck at Daytona. They told me that was a lesson they're glad they learned because today they won't be as aggressive. They're going to take their time and they want to finish the race. That is the goal. But so far, the 24 doing a great job.
Yeah, and I'm
Chase Elliott, the rookie, continues to lead. Matt Kenseth right behind him, and Brad Keselowski looking for the lead with the Ford and gets it.
Yeah, you know, the 20 just didn't have a whole lot of help up there, even though he got closer to that 24, and the 2 had a lot more cars lined up behind him. But I think he's going to get back out front, get another chance to keep blocking. You'll see he'll move from the bottom lane to the top lane, and he's just listening to his spotter, looking in his mirror the whole time, trying to figure out which line is more organized and going to bring the momentum that he can block.
I think they know that 20 car Matt Kenseth is pretty darn fast. He got his self right up here to the front. I think everybody's trying to get him behind them to push him.
Now that's the yellow Toyota in second place. Dale Earnhardt Jr. started third. He is back to 13th on the outside.
Well, you know, and this is where you question how working with your teammates can benefit you or how sometimes it can hurt you. I think he's trying to do the right thing by being behind Chase Elliott there at the start and working with him, but now it's cost him some spots, and I guarantee he's quite.
After 27 green flag laps, Matt Kenseth has led 14 of them. Chase Elliott led the first 13. Denny Hamlin, Elliott third in a car that was rebuilt after he crashed in the Daytona 500 after starting on pole. And look at some of the drivers who are off the pace from their starting spot, falling well back in the field. Elliott wants the lead back.
Oh, he has a fast race car. Look, Denny Hamlin wants to go with him here.
Yeah, so is that 2 car coming up on the outside. That's been pretty quick, and he's up there with Chase Elliott. We might get something going here, boys.
You know, we saw where Chase Elliott was working hard in that outside lane, but they were 3 wide further back behind him. As soon as they got 2 wide, that outside lane started coming. Now they're going back to 3 wide. Chase Elliott, I think, has a little debris on the grill.
How about
a number of cars do?
How about Keselowski, Chris? Chase Elliott's going to bring him back to the line with the lead. His dad, Bill Elliott, Hall of Famer, one of the fastest ever to run here at Talladega.
You know, we talked about how in Daytona, and he even mentioned this, that he felt like he made some mistakes. And I love watching a rookie driver and how they learn from those mistakes and how they evolve. We've already seen him put some impressive performances together this year. I love what I'm seeing out of him today from what I saw in Daytona.
It seems like he's listening to his spotter a lot better today than he did at Daytona, because those moves he's making are coming from upstairs.
Now Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Exactly right just yet. If that splitter's touching on the exit, it will make the car a little tighter.
Whatever his problem is, Jimmy Johnson shares it. He's also back in that second half of the front pack.
Maybe he's looking over to see if the splitter is hitting the ground or not.
The 20-year-old rookie from Dawsonville, Georgia, Chase Elliott, leads the field after 32 laps at Talladega. Matt Kenseth has led the most laps today, 30. He is no longer the leader, however. The Sprint LTE Plus network delivers faster download speeds than other national carriers. Sprint, better for less. 75 complete. Brad Keselowski has his Ford in the wind, ahead of the Chevy of Chase Elliott and the Toyota of Kenseth.
I believe Keselowski is. Oh, did you see the 24 got a little loose off turn 2 there?
I think he was trying to get down in front of the 20.
I think he was, but man, he almost lost that thing.
We've seen him working aggressively trying to get this lead from the 2-car Brad Keselowski. That's what I love about young rookie drivers. They're not thinking about the end.
No.
They're thinking about now. How do I get the lead and maintain it?
Three
they
wide.
Don't know what they don't know. That's the problem.
Truex going to the outside of Austin Dillon there in the number 3, who had the middle lane.
Now,
but no help for the 78.
No, but I'll tell you, you can see the 24 backing up to the 20. To do that, you ride the brakes. If you're the 2-car, you don't want to build too big of a gap to those cars behind you. But here's the downside to what the 24 did. It allowed that 3-car to now get a run up on the outside to get to his quarter panel.
I think that 2-car's playing games. I think he's using chase up. He's giving him a little look to the bottom, and he gives him a little look to the top. I think he's really using him up.
Well, he knows, he's been in the lead of these races. He's won races here before. He knows that he can move and maneuver his car from one lane to the other, manipulate the air, try to block any kind of momentum that any of these other drivers and cars get a run on him with.
The other thing, too, remember, the 88 spun out, just like Daytona. This 24 car spun out at Daytona. He almost did that off turn 2 the last couple laps ago.
Him here.
2 is strong out front.
After winning the pole, Chase said, I made a lot of rookie mistakes at Daytona. Now I've got more races under my belt. I've been working for 9 races with Eddie DeHaan, his spotter, and with Alan Gustafson, the crew chief. He says, I'm better prepared for this race than I was for Daytona.
I tell you what I think I see him doing today. He's listening to that spotter. When he says you're clear, he makes a cut. When he says go high, he goes high.
You have to trust that spotter.
Got the 11 trying to catch him, then the 6. Here comes you show from the 20. 18 is off of him.
That was a key element right there. 18 is off of him. That means that you're not going to get a big push from that line. You can see the outside lines.
Shoving the 3 up top of you.
Yeah, they're far more organized. McMurray is such an aggressive driver everywhere we go, but especially.
I raced with his dad, Bill Elliott. Bill was the king of speed. Chase Elliott is impressing the heck out of me today. 24, my buddy's car is going to victory lane today.
Point, because these drivers cannot hold back. They have to be aggressive. They aggressively have to go and pass and take the lead, just like you see Denny Hamlin already 3 wide to the inside of the 2 of Keselowski.
Yeah, Keselowski's not going to like that where he is right now. And I know he's got a strong car, but I'm not sure that center's going to be the way to go right now.
Well, actually, he was able to get back ahead of the 11. 11 didn't have much work, and it actually might backfire on Denny Hamlin. Looks like Chase Elliott's just, he was almost out in front of Kevin Harvick there.
But that's not where the finish line is. The lap lead is counted right here, and it's Elliott.
But that 4-car, we haven't talked much about Kevin Harvick today. He's been kind of mid-pack to the back. Now all of a sudden, here he is.
Yeah, that was really fortunate of them to be on pit road when that caution came out. Worked out in his favor. Now he's going to take advantage of it. He's going to work hard to keep the lead, but we see 24 getting a big push from Kevin's teammate.
Harvick was 24th when he came onto pit road to start the green flag pit stop cycle. The caution waved quickly. He came out behind the caution car. Everyone else pitted under yellow. and that made him the leader.
And Mike and Jeff, you know this, it's amazing when you get a car up front, up in the lead pack up here, up at the front of the field, how much faster and how much better your car feels.
Yeah, it's like being on a road course. This track is so big. If you can hit pit road and get into your stall right as that caution comes out and nobody else has come in to get tires and fuel, you're in a perfect position. Look at Matt Kenseth.
Wow.
I mean, what a fast race car he has, making some really aggressive moves. That's another one that had one get away from a point because these drivers cannot hold back. They have to be aggressive. They aggressively have to go and pass and take the lead, just like you see Denny Hamlin already 3 wide to the inside of the 2 of Keselowski.
Yeah, Keselowski's not going to like that where he is right now. And I know he's got a strong car, but I'm not sure that center's going to be the way to go right now.
Well, actually, he was able to get back ahead of the 11. 11 didn't have much work, and it actually might backfire on Denny Hamlin. Looks like Chase Elliott's just, he was almost out in front of Kevin Harvick there.
But that's not where the finish line is. The lap lead is counted right here, and it's Elliott.
But you know, that 4 car, we haven't talked much about Kevin Harvick today. He's been kind of mid-pack to the back. Now all of a sudden, here he is.
Yeah, that was really fortunate of them to be on pit road when that caution came out. Worked out in his favor. Now he's going to take advantage of it. He's going to work hard to keep the lead, but we see 24 getting a big push from Kevin's teammate.
Harvick was 24th when he came onto pit road to start the green flag pit stop cycle. The caution waved quickly. He came out behind the caution car. Everyone else pitted under yellow, and that made him the leader.
And Mike and Jeff, you know this, it's amazing when you get a car up front, up in the lead pack up here, up at the front of the field, how much faster and how much better your car feels.
Yeah, it's like being on a road course. This track is so big. If you can hit pit road and get into your stall right as that caution comes out and nobody else has come in to get tires and fuel, you're in a perfect position. Look at Matt Kenseth.
Wow.
I mean, what a fast race car he has, making some really aggressive moves. That's another one that had one get away from it.
Include Matt DiBenedetto, Casey Mears, Casey Kane, and Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Now this is going to be a big, big test on the rookie Chase Elliott here. He's out front in perfect position, but he's got to work those lanes just the way Brad Keselowski did. Control this lead if you can. Oh,
whoa!
Kurt Busch is,
You don't control Kurt Busch.
No, this is not going to be good for the 24. He's going to be in the outside 3 wide. They're all going to go by him right here.
Kurt Busch anticipated that move and was able to second guess him better than he second guessed him.
Several times Kurt Busch has pushed a teammate to a restrictor plate win. He's finished second. Chase Elliott is 16th. Denny Hamlin is 20th, or 18th now, rather. A while ago, they were racing together at the front of the pack. Now, they're midfield, Matt.
Mike, we documented earlier in the show about how Chase Elliott wanted to prove on mistakes he'd made at Daytona. Make those lessons learned come to fruition here with success. Under an earlier caution, this was conversation from the Daytona 500 champion Hamlin to his spotter, Chris Lambert.
Hey, let the 24 know. Cut him a break there, or else the car would have looked the same way it did at Daytona. Not clear. Not clear.
Yeah, so obviously, he feels like Chase Elliott made an aggressive move that could have been disastrous for both of them.
The white flag waves. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Holy smoly.
Payne to the bottom, trying to get something going. No help.
Kurt Busch just had a big moment, lost a lot of momentum.
He's going up high.
Chase Elliott to the middle.
He's going to get a run here. Here comes a 3 car going to try to give the 18
Chase Elliott breaks out of the pack up to 4th place.
Yeah, but he didn't get clear. He needed to get up in front of that 1 car. I just don't think anybody's going to be able to get enough momentum to get a big enough push to get by this 2. This is the best thing going to happen to him, was them getting side by side behind him.
What an impressive day for Chase Elliott from the pole, finishing 4th. How did you need to have that final lap develop differently so you can make a better move?
That's a good question. I don't know, man. I thought we were pretty lucky to get where we got to. I didn't do a very good job those prior 2 restarts. Never really got in a really good spot, but guys brought a really fast snappy Chevy and had a great qualifying effort. Obviously, really proud of that. But we tried there at the end, just didn't have enough momentum to get to those guys.
You wanted to learn off of Daytona. What stood out to you most today about your education with restrictor plate racing with the Cup car?
Just trying to finish. I mean, you can't have a good day unless you finish. So I think it was just trying to focus in on that a little bit. Obviously, it got really wild, and for us, we tried to keep that in mind and just try to make it at the end.
Thanks, Chase.
Thanks.